Just a gorgeous Saturday night in downtown St. Pete, where first place is in the air at Loudoun Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, entering Week 4 of the USL Championship campaign, hosting expansion Loudoun United. Hello, everybody. Great to have you with us. Welcome inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. The Rowdies get a critical point last week against St. Louis. 7 points now in first place. How would you assess the season so far?
The Rowdies epitomizes the word team this year. This group has bought into Coach Collins' vision and philosophy. Defensively, they've only allowed 1 goal in 3 games. Offensively, however, they're going to try to get a little more creative in the final third of the field group.
Should have a good chance to do that tonight against an expansion team in Loudoun United. But this team from Loudoun has a sensational young star by the name of Griffin Yao. They expected to bring him along slowly, but he has come on very fast, and he is a key one to watch for the visitors.
Griffin Yao is slippery, has a low center of gravity, and he's hard to stay in front of. The Rowdies are going to have to know exactly where he is on the field at all times tonight. He's going to be situated on the left-hand side, near Sean Barry and also Dominic Aduro. They're going to have their hands set all night tonight.
Pape Diakite, meanwhile, perhaps the MVP of the Rowdies' play so far.
Pape Diakite is the wall at the back. He is the calming influence of this back line. Takes lots of pressure off of Coach Collins. Pape Diakite is the real deal.
So the Rowdies looking to stay unbeaten in this young USL season. A perfect night for soccer. Loudoun United invading Loudoun Stadium. The kickoff is coming up next from downtown St. Pete.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together we fight. Together we conquer. Together we win.
Together, the Rowdies look to defend Loudoun Stadium on Saturday, April 6th against Hartford Athletic. You don't want to miss the electric energy. Visit rowdiesoccer.com for more info.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
Set to begin here in downtown St. Pete, Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United FC. Starting lineups brought to you by Seminole, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. For Loudoun United, we'll focus on the back where Akeem Ward, the 14th pick in the 2019 draft, gets the start. He's number 25. Earl Edwards also the new goalie tonight for Loudoun United. We'll keep an eye on him, number 19. For the Rowdies, 2 major changes. Andrew Tenari gets the start in the midfield. He's the former New York Red Bull. And Antoine Hopino as well looks to make an impact. The former Princeton Tiger, very creative. Rowdies will certainly need that here tonight. Let's send it down to the pitch. Heather Donnelly, the third member of our crew. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Drew. Tonight is the start of a 3-game home stretch for Tampa Bay. And with the Rowdies being historically very good here at Al Lang Stadium, it's a chance to pick up some big points here early in the season. But this week, head coach Neil Collins says they're not thinking in terms of home stands or groups of games. He says he knows it's cliche, but they really are just taking things one game at a time. So the goal is not 9 points during this homestand. It's just 3 points tonight against Loudoun. Drew?
And that's a great approach to have. Coach Collins not content, but satisfied at the effort so far. Certainly thinks his team has much room for improvement. On the other side, Richie Williams was a part of DC United's inaugural team back in 1996. He's doing the same with Loudoun as the head coach. A 3-time MLS Cup winner he is as a player. We're underway from Tampa Bay, Al Lang Stadium, a gorgeous night in downtown St. Pete. And it should be fun. I want to welcome everybody from that Leesburg, Virginia area watching us tonight, as well as Rowdies fans around the world. Tampa Bay in first place in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, beautiful night tonight at Al Lang Stadium. Tampa glad to be back home. Very windy conditions in their last home match. The grass was high, slowing the Rowdies down in that away game. Just good to have some home cooking, Drew.
Well, a win tonight for Tampa Bay would equal their best start in the modern era. Would make it 10 of 12 available points. As the ball heads out across the end line there, and I believe Tampa Bay will have an early corner kick to work with.
Looks like Andrew Tenari, the newcomer to this starting 11, is heading over to take this corner kick.
Andrew Tenari, his first start as a Rowdy, 23 years old. Former Columbia University star. He's the in-swinger here. This ball put in motion nicely right in front of the goal. Temporarily cleared by Loudoun United.
Interesting selection by Coach Collins, bringing Tenari in. He's quick through the middle, going to try to break down this Loudoun defense for the Rowdies to get some goals tonight.
Leo Fernandez trying to slice through. Donovan Hines on loan from DC United, as several players are, trying to defend early here. Rowdies just outside the 18, trying to cross one in, and Pilato gets his head on it. Rowdies putting on the pressure here in the opening minutes.
Just seeing Caleb Richards getting back to his traditional left side of defense tonight.
Rowdies should have many opportunities here tonight, Ryan, against this very young Loudoun side.
Yeah, that's the thing. Being away from home and expecting to sit back defensively, it's up to the Rowdies to force the game, to force the pace. So the pressure is going to be on that midfield. Zach Steinberger, Andrew Tenari, Sebastian Guenzati up front. They have to combine to create chances.
Rowdies take it away. Again, working inside. Looked like a possible hold that time. And again, Loudoun sloppy trying to clear. And Rowdies very active here early. Adoro gets a nice touch over to Fernandez. Caleb Richards has had a key role for Tampa Bay so far as well.
So useful. Stepped in for Sean Barry, who was missing last week, and now back in his traditional left center-back position.
Zach Steinberger, a touch there. He had a goal a couple weeks ago in that dominating victory at home. And Aduro this time going to get called for the foul.
Dominic Aduro sending a statement early in this game. It's going to be physical. Here's Leo going down, and Dominic Aduro just cleaning up.
Well, Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship, many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1997, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and Select offers, go to selectsportamerica.com. That's selectsportamerica.com. So far for Loudoun United, a 2-0 loss to Nashville in the opening weekend, then a 1-1 tie at Memphis a couple weeks ago. They had a bye last week, did not play with that international break. So very fresh visiting side here tonight.
Yeah, and also they have youth in their favor, so those wheels are going to be spinning tonight. And the Rowdies have to be ready for that change of pace.
Duro tied up. Kyle Murphy, captain of this Loudoun United side. How about the Rowdies' possession and connecting the dots here early?
Yeah, trying to get that midfield going.
Steinberger tries the cross, and it's going to be another corner kick for Tampa Bay.
Interesting to look at the corner kicks here, Drew. Last home game, Zach Steinberger had a fantastic corner kick that set up Sean Barry's goal. This is the second corner kick tonight over in that familiar left-hand side where he can whip it in, and yet he's turned it over to Andrew Tenari.
Steinberger, the former Jacksonville Armada star, also spent some time with the Houston Dynamo. Rowdies go short with it this time. Andrew Tenari, a touch. Aduro likes to swing from out there, takes the shot, and it's just a little bit to the left. That is the shot that Aduro likes to just blast.
Well, memories of distance pass. Aduro last year with a great shot on goal. Here he is, top of the box, get all his laces on the ball. And Edwards was happy to see that one whisk past his post. Drew, going back to the corner kicks, I think the combination of Pines and Hawkins, the 6'5" centre backs, is making the Rowdies think twice about just bringing it into the box, kicking it into the trees, if you will.
A player down right now for Loudoun United. I believe that's Murphy, who is in some pain.
There's that physicality again. Sean Barry coming in late on Murphy. And we talked about the physicality of this Rowdies team. If you are a forward, you're going to feel it. As Coach Collins has instructed this team to get stuck in, and get stuck in often.
So how about Earl Edwards? Brought in from Loudoun United just a few days ago on loan from DC United, replacing Callie Brown in the starting lineup for Loudoun. A lot of times when you're looking for a spark, it's the goalie that is the point of emphasis. They feel like Brown let a few get away in those early games.
Can definitely set the tempo at the back, bring some reassurance and confidence, which trickles through the rest of the team. Being the third string keeper for the DC United, what a luxury to have that talent to come into Loudoun tonight.
This is your first sample of Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer for 2019. Sit back and enjoy. Much younger squad this year, faster, a little bit more aggressive than the 2018 version. That team certainly had their moments. This side getting great production from the guy right there, John McCarthy in the back. Unbeaten so far through 3 matches.
What an influence he has been at the back. Just having that reassurance that that goalkeeper's behind you. McCarthy definitely sets the tone for the Rowdies. And Drew, by the way, gone are the names of the big player names of yesteryear. Now this young, fresh team, all working together as a group, are starting to find and show their footprint on what sort of character and personality they're going to have for 2019.
Guys like Joe Cole, Georgie Ristoff certainly left their mark. Tamika Vandewary also making their mark on this Rowdies franchise, but certainly a new era is here. And another player down early. This one for Tampa Bay. And I believe that's Sean Barry who's shaken up.
Barry had that altercation with Murphy just a couple of minutes ago.
Well, Sean Barry, fresh back from international duty from Puerto Rico, thought maybe he would not be in the 11 tonight, but Neil Collins certainly knows better.
After that performance against the Riverhounds 2 weeks ago, how can you not put Sean Barry in? He was such a spark on that right-hand side offensively and defensively, covered every inch of grass on that right-hand side to help his team out. And oh, by the way, got a vital goal.
First touch for Griffin Yao, number 15. Tarek Morad to toss it in. One of the leaders vocally for this Rowdies side.
What an influence he's had as well on this Rowdies backline since he came in last season. Just another shrewd addition by the Rowdies head office.
Three-game homestand beginning tonight for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, as Heather Donnelly said in the opening minutes. Great chance to perhaps build some separation in the Eastern Conference. Schedule's certainly going to get a lot tougher, though, after tonight. Loudoun starting to slowly possess now as Vermouth sends it back to Edwards.
Oh, good distribution by Edwards.
Now Loudoun United starting to build. Hakeem Ward. Nice little ball. Oh, sent it in. Right in the middle of the box. Got by Diakite that time. And luckily for the Rowdies, no damage done.
Yeah, Hakeem Ward and this wing-back position crosses it early in an awkward position. But Tarek Murad did well.
So first corner kick for the expansion side, Loudoun United FC. Morad tied up in the box with Donovan Pines. Cadono the outswinger. Rowdies able to take care of their own side.
Here comes Atanari's speed.
Hakeem Ward trying to keep it. Damaduro right there, though. And a handball going to be called right there. And the crowd doesn't like the call. They thought that was perhaps inadvertent.
I think the referee just did not like Aduro's intent on the tackle. Here he comes, leaves both feet. And that's always going to get that whistle if you leave both feet. The crowd thinks it's unlucky, but the referee is going to be a consistent call night in, night out.
So Dominic Caduro, tremendous holding midfielder for the Rowdies. Had a pretty good opportunity from distance moments ago. Now set piece coming up for Loudoun United.
Looks like the referee wants to get in position. Keep an eye on these tall center backs.
It's going to be Cadono. Nice and low. Rowdies get a touch on it, but it's out of bounds. And another corner coming up for the visitors. Got to hand it to Loudoun United. The first 6 matches for this side are all on the road. So they have to be road warriors at the start of 2019.
Yeah.
Cadono again hitting it low, and he'll have one more shot.
Could be a blessing in disguise. This young group being on the road for so long can definitely bring a unit together and have them mature a lot quicker than usual.
A little bit more air under this one. Goes far post with it. And whistle. Be a goal kick for Tampa Bay. John McCarthy sets it down for the Rowdies.
The tall center backs of Colin Vermouth, Donovan Pines, and Hawkins. The referee has had his eyes on them and Diakite and company with the pushing and shoving in the box.
expect tonight to be a very physical affair, don't we?
Yeah, the Rowdies are going to play their game, and this young group of Loudoun FC are going to raise their standards as well.
Colin Vermuth, 9 goals in his career at Virginia Tech. Hakeem Ward trying to split, and chasing it down will be Caleb Richards.
Caleb Richards, what an addition for Coach Collins, just filling in the gaps for him wherever needed. That's all a coach can ask for.
Sebastian Guenzati, 2 goals for Tampa Bay, both coming off PKs through the first 3 weeks of action. Vermuth now starting to work nicely for Loudoun. Codono also starting to build some cohesion.
This Loudoun FC team starting to bounce the ball around.
Oh, clear contact there, and this should be a yellow. And Noah Pilato, the first discipline here tonight, and that is a Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Mr. Pilato here early.
Always the danger of bouncing the ball around in the back. Tanari pressures the ball, and Pilato had to foul him at that position. Tanari would have a clear break and took the yellow card for Loudoun FC.
Yeoman's yellow card issued in the 16th minute. '16th minute. Great to have you with us tonight. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, our fabulous crew on a gorgeous night in downtown St. Pete. If you are in the area, you've got to check out Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer. And also, if you're ever visiting here, the beautiful Tampa Bay area, for all of you up in Leesburg, Virginia, be sure to come out to Al-Link. This is one of the unique venues in all of soccer in the United States.
Sitting right in on the water, on the Gulf, Al-Link Stadium is scenic and breathtaking.
Earl Edwards putting it in motion. And now Tampa Bay with Steinberger. Steinberger sets it down the pitch and waiting for that offsides flag. Rowdies don't agree. Look to be very close.
Zach Steinberger has that ability and that vision to pick out forwards. And Hopano was just a little too quick with his run. But that's the positivity and the direct play that Coach Collins wants to see in that last third.
How about Hopano too getting his first start tonight for the Rowdies out of Paris, France. His creativity, the Rowdies certainly going to count on. Now it's Sadavia shifting it right. Hakeem Ward collecting for Loudoun.
I think the inclusion of Hopano gives an idea of what Coach Collins wants tonight. He wants somebody to play the ball on the grass. He wants somebody to link up with the midfielders and create through the middle rather than going to the wings because of those tall centre-backs that Loudoun have.
Hakeem Ward, the former Creighton star, gets this run going for Loudoun United. Codono, out of Japan, played his college soccer at Cal.
Interesting to see the formation changed by Loudoun tonight. Played a 4-2-3-1 away to Memphis, but matched the Rowdies 3-5-2 tonight to try and slow down Leo Fernandez and Sean Barry on those wings. Hakeem Ward was a right back last week. Now he's playing right wing back, similar to what Sean Barry plays for the Rowdies. Just shows how the coaches counteract what each other does on a week-to-week basis.
Leo Fernandez unable to collect for Tampa Bay. As Ward tosses it in. Now it's Codono, near side. And again, Maduro trying to thwart another Loudoun run. First 10 minutes dominated by the Rowdies, but Loudoun United done a good job possessing over the last 10.
Loudoun FC holding their own. These youngsters aren't afraid, keeping possession. Rowdies have to force the tempo, set the tone.
Steinberger, and the Rowdies now build from the back. Crowd loves Morad as he gets it to Aduro. Aduro working out of the center circle.
Dominic Aduro, so influential in that center circle. He's the engine room that defends, and he's the guy to bring the ball out of the back on offense.
Diakite, the guy that pretty much is the consensus MVP when you ask Coach Collins and the staff who's been the most important. The 44 has been that guy. He's been such a force for Tampa Bay in the back, and he is playing not just on pure emotion, he's playing with poise this year, isn't he, Ron?
Yeah, 2016 NASL Defender of the Year. What a big buy by the Rowdies. And he has fit exactly what Coach Collins wants. A leader at the back, vocally and just physically imposing, taking a lot of pressure off defenders and allowing them to play their game.
Fernandez serves up a good ball as it is down the pitch, and then there's Tenari with Fernandez throwing it in.
Rowdies showing some patience, playing the ball from left to right.
Oh, going down and looking for contact is Steinberger. Not going to get the call this time.
You need to talk about physicality with the Rowdies. Dominic Pines is just as physically imposing of a player than the rest of them.
Fernandez says it was touched off. Ward gets the call. Leo Fernandez, third-year Rowdy, playing wing back. Noticed his defense this year, much improved from where it was a season ago.
Yeah, the Brazilian has every trick in the book on that left-hand side, but playing that position, you have to pick up your defensive responsibilities. And Leo Fernandez just showing his maturity and his dedication to what Coach Collins wants and playing the position to perfection.
Ball squirts through. Tampa Bay tried to play it right down the middle that time. And it was Tenari who was targeted.
There's Tenari, and the reason Coach Collins brought him in is that know-how in the middle of the field. That quick through ball is something you can't teach. And Tenari is that type of player with that type of creativity.
Sadavia now to Vermouth. Vermouth lofts one up. Akeem Ward's going to go get it.
Just showing Leo Fernandez dedication again. Sitting side by side with Akeem Ward.
That part of Fernandez's game wasn't always there last season. He's really learned how to be a two-way player.
He has bought into the system, and it shows in his game.
Edwards will handle it again. Rowdies come after him this time as he sends it down on the long ball. Now it's Fernandez. Bit of a battle in the midfield right now here in this match in the 24th minute. Let's check in with Heather, who's down on the pitch.
Hey, Drew, one thing head coach Neil Collins has emphasized this season is the defense starting up top. Yes, of course, you want your back line to be a lockdown defense, and Murad, Diakite, and Richards have done that. But really, they want the defense to start up top with the forwards. They want them putting the pressure on right from the beginning, and we've been seeing that already this game. A lot of pressure starting up top. They want to get those turnovers in the midfield rather than putting the pressure on the back line, guys.
And that's where Leo Fernandez has bought in, along with the rest of the Rowdies.
Yeah, well said, Heather. I mean, the first defender really is your forward. So those guys up top have to set the motion, have to set the trend.
Rowdies now working with Steinberger, right side. And collecting over there in the corner, it's Hopino. Ball will be tapped out, and Rowdies will throw it in with Barry. Sean Barry, a goal and an assist a couple weeks ago in that Pittsburgh match. Back from the international duty. Rowdies are so happy to have him in the 11 tonight. This is Caleb Richards now looking for a lane. Slides it left. Fernandez with the little shot there. Edwards able to get on the ground and pick it up. Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Pretty good opportunity that time by the home side.
Just looking at Caleb Richards, his composure coming forward from that left center-back position. He sucked the defense in and laid it outside for Leo Fernandez. Cross didn't find a forward, but the intent was there.
Barry again trying to cross it in. Steinberger was lurking. It'll be sent out, and another corner coming up for Tampa Bay.
It just shows the commitment all 11 players have for this Rowdies team in trying to break this Loudoun FC team down. Defenders getting in on the action, and the team moving as one.
Edwards going to be tested here. Added just a few days ago. Leo Fernandez will do the honors. He'll be the in-swinger. Fernandez, nice curl, but there's where the height of Edwards really pays off.
Edwards coming in from DC United, just plucking that ball out of the air. Took the pressure off of his defense. Not a bad idea by Leo Fernandez, just to see what Edwards has to offer. And the big goalie showed what he can do.
Caleb Richards on loan from Norwich City, only 20 years old. Well, he's been so versatile this year for the Rowdies in this young season. And here he is. Richards trying to start a run. Rowdies with Hopino. Caught inside the 18, now takes a quick shot, and Edwards able to deflect it.
Great through ball to Antoine Hopino. Cuts back, recovers, then only in the net post to shoot. And Edwards recovered nicely, but yet another corner for the Rowdies. And it seems to be the same strategy. Tanari going over.
Andrew Tanari, the in-swinger. Rowdies with a couple good opportunities here over the past few minutes. Still scoreless here in Tampa Bay. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly. Earl Edwards trying to will Loudoun United to a result here tonight. Not going to be easy. Rowdies the best team in the East so far. Tanari line drive. And once again, an early whistle. Diakite perhaps got a little bit too deep that time.
Second time tonight, this time on the other end. This time is the Rowdies center back getting called for the infraction, but the referee's not allowing any sort of over physicality on these dead balls. He will blow the whistle. So now the players have to adjust.
And that is key. He's not just calling it on one side. He's keeping it even across the board.
And that's all you can ask for officiating. Consistency across the board. This time it's Diakite.
getting airborne that time. I believe it was Fernandez and Alexon Saravia right there with him.
Ball in the air, Fernandez and Saravia, as they say in South America, making himself like a table coming underneath the player. It's called La Mesa, and the table, as you can see, is very effective.
Kyle Murphy right on top of it. Pompey Diakite says, hey, I need a little bit of room here. Love the expressions of Diakite, such an emotional player. He really wears it on his sleeve. This is Fernandez. Richards switches the point of attack. Aduro. Aduro gets such good velocity when he puts it on the ground. Morad now with it. Rowdy sharing it nicely. Don't have to always go forward to make something good happen, do you?
No, side to side, you start to loosen that defense, loosen that midfield, and then you can start coming through the middle.
Now Loudoun United trying the quick counter. They just get beat to it. Andrew Tenari just too quick for Griffin Yao, and that's where the experience really pays off. Rowdy's busy feet, able to take it away. Ball is still live, and it's Gonzatti trying to chase it down before Edwards got there.
Just going back to Griffin Yao, seems like the Rowdies are keeping a close eye on him. Can't seem to cut loose.
Richards.
Oh, that's beautiful.
See the skill that 20 brings to the park.
Caleb Richards has showed up tonight and is dancing the samba at left center back.
When the Rowdies move it like this, they can really be exciting. Morad now trying to get it ahead. See, they struggle a little bit as they get to that final third, and it's sort of been that way so far this season. As good as the defense has been, Ryan, you have said it, still room for improvement in that final third.
Yeah, it takes players like Zach Steinberger to get on that ball and have a calming influence on that last third. Be able to dictate the play on the ground while in traffic.
Fernandez comes up, free ball, he wins it. Nearly gave it back. Ward couldn't collect though, and now Aduro for Tampa Bay. This game is being played at a furious pace right now. Fernandez trying to set up a little give and go that time for Opano. And we'll have a whistle. I invite you to get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search Tampa Bay Rowdies and then click the follow button. Keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. That's ESPN.com. Partnership with ESPN and the USL Championship. Just been outstanding. League One also we're going to be talking about a little bit later on at the half. This league continues to grow and flourish, and the exposure that it is getting is second to none.
I mean, we were just talking before the game, the restructuring of this USL group and league is going to be a trendsetter in the US. Division 1, 2, and 3. Talent across the board, players moving up, players moving down.
It's Opano, surrounded by three, sending it back to Aduro. Rowdy's sharing it nicely here in the first 45. Richards.
Caleb Richards, confidence is sky high. Overlapping from left center back, obviously given the green light from Coach Collins to get up. And His footwork is tremendous so far. Just want to see Sebastian Guenzati link up a little more with Hopano, link up more with Steinberger in this last third to try to provide some more chances for this Rowdies team. El Capitan has been so influential with those two high-pressure penalty kicks. But in the run of play, Guenzati needs to impose himself just a little bit more.
Leo Fernandez and the Tampa Bay Rowdies in the 35th minute. Still looking for their first goal. Scoreless here at Al Lang Stadium. Week 4 of the USL season for the Rowdies. 7 points right now. St. Louis right on their heels. Certainly the more difficult matches still to come. But it has been a grand start in the second year of the Neil Collins era. Wanted this team to be faster, hungrier, a little more decisive. They have certainly been that here through the first 4 weeks. Maduro has had the ball at his feet all night long so far. Rowdies trying to lead one ahead. Oh, and quickly Edwards going to come up and kill it.
That's the sort of link-up play we're looking at. Aduro in the center circle, deciding which direction to go. Steinberger getting on the ball, and then looking for little through passes to Guenzati and Hopano. The Rowdies trying to break down this tall, strong Loudoun FC defense on the ground.
See Sean Berry racing by top of your screen. Duro now sends it left. Fernandez. Tenari back to Leo. Oh, was able to draw two. Now Leo Fernandez. Can he cross one in? There it is! And off the post. Oh, nearly a goal. Edwards somehow able to escape.
Brilliant play by the Rowdies. Leo Fernandez did everything right. The shift across the face of the goal. Guenzati getting on the end of it, but Lady Luck ran out. And it hit the post and ended up back in Edwards' hands. That sounds like it came straight out of a movie. But great play by Fernandez on the left, and Guenzati throwing himself at it.
Well, we just had another Yeoman's Pup yellow card. This one issued to Maduro in the 38th minute. So Maduro, remember, he has been called very tightly all night long, finally receiving a yellow here in the 38th.
Yes, the referee has set the expectations early in the match. And Dominic Aduro trying to foil that quick counter-attack by Loudoun FC, taking the yellow card in the center circle.
How about Sebastian Guenzati? Nearly had his third goal of the season. He wants one also in the run of play. Both of his goals, remember, have come off PKs this year. Golden opportunity there getting away.
El Capitan finally got some service, but he still had a lot to do. Got his foot onto it, hit the post, and back into Edwards' hands. Something out of a Harry Potter movie, Drew.
Go right back to Aduro. Diakite and Tampa Bay looking very sharp so far. No goals to show for, but several good chances over the past 10 minutes. Diakite sliding, trying to keep this play alive. Rowdies now trying to have the advantage with Tenari. Steinberger. Starting to find pockets of space in the back of that Loudoun defense.
The link-up play through the middle is improving by the minute. Tanari and Aduro getting on the ball and linking up with Steinberger, and it's showing. Looking back at that yellow card, it was Dominic Aduro stopping that counter-attack, and Griffin Yao on the end of some harsh tackles.
Yeah, losing his balance on that Aduro trip right there, and I guarantee you, Yao is going to know Dom Aduro by the end of the night.
Yeah, Sean Barry, Dom Aduro, Andrew Tanari, they're all going to go over and say hello to the 16-year-old sometime tonight.
Sadafia able to knock that pass down. Pilano plays it back for Loudoun.
Oh, lovely footwork by the center-back.
Now Loudoun will go forward. Quick counter, set up. Diakite quickly retreating. And this one kicked to the side of the goal. Pape just able to use the angle and just pushed him off the pitch.
Yeah, just having that know-how back there, steering the attacker away from goal all the time until he runs out of real estate. It was the physical forward, Kyle Murphy, and his Griffin Yao.
Boy, 16 years old. I would say that's old. He looks like he could pass for about a 13-year-old, but boy, can he play.
Can he drive to the stadium, Drew, or does he have to get like a lift? So he's going to be in for a long night, just with the physicality of this Rowdies team. But it's going to make him that much better of a player.
Such a brilliant career ahead of this youngster. And the Rowdies with Lupino unable to chase it down. Coming up closely now to halftime. 42nd minute here at Al Lang Stadium.
"42 minutes in, Loudoun FC on the road. Have to say they have done well. They've used the ball well and intelligently. They didn't just sit back and invite pressure. And the Rowdies coming into their own the last 15 minutes, starting to get their rhythm going. The game is starting to take a pattern.
Sean Barry now will toss it in for the Rowdies. Actually, this will be Morad, former Louisville City star. One yellow card he has drawn this year. Of course, you hear Ralph's mob. They have been such a presence at Rowdies home games through the first few weeks. They were loud in week 2. They're even louder tonight. They just do not stop. It was so much fun, Ryan, seeing this venue packed a couple of weeks ago, and everybody that was sampling Rowdy soccer for the first time talked about the experience that it was, how it's just so much fun, such a family atmosphere, and how the energy in the stadium just wants to bring you right back.
Full credit to the Rowdies organization, really setting the table for these fans. Great atmosphere, great stadium.
Long cross now, attempted. Rowdies able to get it back. Here's Tanari with the shot. It sails just high.
Well, if you were wondering what Tanari was doing in the starting lineup, this is the reason. He is quick, he's nimble, he gets into attacking positions. He just picks the loose ball up, gets his laces on the ball, just over bar. Good rip by the number 15. Has that attacking flavor that Coach Collins is looking for right here at home.
Yeah, he was a handful when he suited up for New York Red Bulls too. Sebastian Guanzatti now trying to control things for Tampa Bay.
Great tackle by Akeem Ward. Going to ground, but intelligently going to ground. Wins the slide tackle and the throw as well.
Akeem Ward, the 14th pick in the 2019 MLS draft. Colin Vermuth now to throw it in. Mentioned he was from Virginia Tech. Must be a tough day for Hokie fans after what happened last night in that Duke basketball game in the Sweet 16, nearly taking down the Blue Devils. Here's Tenari now.
Sean Barry hesitating to deliver service there. And Griffin Yao showing his defensive responsibilities.
Steinberger shuffling it ahead and an offsides is called as we come to the end of the first half. We're going to have 1 minute of stoppage time. So not much time to work with for both sides. It's been a pretty clean first half. We had a few players down in the opening minutes, but for the past 35-40 minutes, we've seen some pretty good football.
Yeah, I think the game started to pick up its rhythm, pick up its identity. Both teams like to keep the ball on the ground. And the Rowdies starting to figure out ways and figure out channels in between this Loudoun FC midfield and defense. And Loudoun FC doing a good job defending, staying tight and compact.
Loudoun United now inside the box, trying to get a late chance. Oh, just a little high. McCarthy couldn't get it. And that was nearly a goal for the visitors.
Well, Shinya Kadono on that right-hand side, just showing a bit of skill. Shaking free, a lovely chip over the head of McCarthy and off the line by Tariq Murad.
First 45 minutes in the books from Al-Lang Stadium. An exciting first half of soccer. Loudoun United and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Let's send it down to Heather Donnelly with Coach Collins.
Thank you, Drew. Coach, scoreless here after 45 minutes. What do you want to see differently out of your team in the final third in the second half?
Just put the ball in the net. So the only thing that we've missed, we could have been maybe slightly better our passing at times in the last third, but you see a couple of the chances we created. We expect to take them. I'm sure we will in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
All right, Heather, thanks so much. Coach Collins, very to the point as the Rowdies head to halftime. Scoreless after 45 minutes. Halftime festivities coming up in a moment.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
For the Tampa Bay Times, I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
Welcome back to USL Soccer. It's halftime here at Al-Lang Stadium, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United are all tied up at 0. Well, right now we're going to talk emojis. Maybe you love them, maybe you hate them, maybe like me, you overuse them, but a person's favorite emoji says a lot about them, right? Maybe you're a fan of the thumbs up or the smiley face. We asked the Rowdies to tell us their favorite emoji. Take a look.
I like the one that is kind of opening hands, saying like whatever.
This one. I'm gonna probably have to say the bag of money.
Poop emoji. Yeah, let's go on.
I like the smirk and the nerd one. I probably use those two the most.
The one that just like slapping his face, like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. And then, yeah.
My favorite emoji, this one.
That one. Winky face or prayer hands.
I like the drooling face guy. I don't know why. It just always makes me smile.
Thumbs up.
A thumbs up, like that.
The thumbs up or the thumbs down, depending on how I feel. The face where it's like, or the eyes are this one, where you're just, what is that? I don't even know what that's called.
I love the upside down smiley face because you can just go with anything.
Probably the monkey one, or the lightning bolt, because that's my nickname for Flash.
So scoreless after one half, Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United. As we enjoy the intermission here at Al Lang Stadium, want to tell you about USL League One. New teams, new cities in the USL family. It's certainly going to be an amazing year one for League One. Let's take a look at the standings. Tampa Bay Rowdies right now with 7 points. St. Louis, though, does get a win tonight. New York Red Bulls also threatening in that top spot. North Carolina FC, Louisville City, the defending champions, in the middle of the pack. Loudoun United still looking for their first victory, hoping it comes tonight here in downtown St. Pete. Well, one game we want to tell you about has been postponed for weather, that Louisville-Birmingham match. It'll be played tomorrow at 10 a.m. Meanwhile, St. Louis and Charlotte. St. Louis wins 1-0. Indy 11 also impressive so far against Hartford Athletic, another expansion side. North Carolina FC and Charleston still looking for their first goal, in Bethlehem Steel and Riverhounds, a good one there as well. Well, some news and notes around the USL Championship. Cameron Owasa scoring a hat trick, and Sacramento's win over OKC, all goals in 11 minutes. Colombian legend Jorge Herrera gets his 200th regular season appearance. He is such a legend. And St. Louis maintained that #1 spot. They have had a phenomenal year so far, trying to stay with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Scoreless, Rowdies and Loudoun United. We're back to Adeline Stadium in just a moment.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife. Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together we fight.
Together we conquer. Together we win.
Together, the Rowdies look to defend Al Lang Stadium on Saturday, April 6th against Hartford Athletic. You don't want to miss the electric energy. Visit rowdiesoccer.com for more info.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
Such a great night to be out at the pitch tonight for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Still scoreless with Loudoun United looking for their first goal. Rowdies have had some chances in the first 45 minutes, but beautiful weather and beautiful sight tonight. The fans certainly having a great time watching the home team. Great to have you with us, Drew Felios, alongside Ryan Davis. Rowdies had some quick chances and some good chances in that first half, didn't they?
Yes, they did. It took a while for them to get their rhythm, but then they started to break things down. Got a couple of opportunities, just need to put a couple of them away to get a goal.
All right, let's take a look at some of those highlights throughout the first half of action. Rowdies possessing and really owning the first 10 to 15 minutes. Corner kicks were aplenty. Andrew Tenori making a difference, and Aduro with the blast here.
Dominic Aduro with the ability to shoot it long and hard, had a great opportunity.
Loudoun United trying to work it in there. Cal Murphy on the ground. Set piece coming up here, and Rowdy's back line continues to protect John McCarthy.
Here's Caleb Richards sucking the defense in. Leo Fernandez out wide. Service just a little far away.
Another chance for Tampa Bay. This was Hopino.
Antoine Hopino staying on his feet, staying with the play, and trying to stick it near post.
Leo Fernandez continuing to be active, crossing one in here. This was the best chance for Tampa Bay. Guenzati off the right post.
Rowdies did everything right. The cross just couldn't get it in the back of the net.
And then here was Codono. Rowdies lucky this was not a goal, as McCarthy able to avoid danger. And there are the numbers at the half. What numbers stick out to you?
Possession. Rowdies doing a good job possessing the ball. Just have to be a little bit more direct with their passes to create more chances, Drew.
4 offside calls on the Rowdies. Very aggressive through the first 45. They want to put it on this expansion side, Loudoun United FC. Upcoming slate for the Rowdies, Hartford Athletic will head to Al Lang Stadium next week. Louisville City the following week, the defending champions, before the Rowdies go on the road for 2 of 3. So again, the road gets tougher after this week.
Yeah, Loudoun FC and Hartford Athletic 2 weeks in a row. The Rowdies then have to go on the road against a big team like Atlanta United too.
All right, for more thoughts on the first half of action as we look forward to the second half, Heather Donnelly, what's going on down there?
Hey, Drew, one thing you always want to look at is at halftime, especially when the game is locked up at 0, is how both teams are going to use their subs to their advantage. It'll be interesting to see who they bring in to try to be that spark, to be that person that breaks through and gets the team on the board. So far this season, Neil Collins has been pretty aggressive in using his bench. He's used most of his substitutions on offensive players. Even in that game 2 weeks ago against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, he brought in Leon Taylor, a striker, up 2-0. Obviously, that's a different strategy now. Both teams here, it's scoreless, so it'll be interesting to see who they bring in to try to get on the board. But so far this year, Neil Collins, very aggressive in his substitutions, guys.
Yeah, good stuff, Heather. We know Juan Tejada has kind of settled into that role off the bench for the Rowdies over the past few weeks. Also, Leon Taylor available tonight. Jan Ekra, a guy also for Tampa Bay that could have easily started, and he was probably the guy left out. There is Tejada waiting for his opportunity. Former Eckerd College star, played for the Lakeland Tropics. He was the big story in the preseason, how he was able to make this club.
Juan Tejada can bring that spark, that energy, and those quick cuts and movements that would open up opportunities and channels for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Coach Collins keeping that card close to his chest, but I'm pretty sure he's going to use it sometime tonight.
Second half just about to get underway. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United FC. Great energy tonight here at Al Lang Stadium. Still looking for our first goal. Rowdies, I think, had the slight advantage and pace of play in that first half.
Rowdies 4 shots in the first half. Just couldn't convert, but the opportunities are coming. And Coach Collins anxiously wants one of those opportunities to go in.
Tarek Morad, deep breath before we begin this second half underway. And we do have one change for the Tampa Bay Rowdies as this second half begins. Jan Ekra has come in for Dom Aduro.
Dominic Aduro, excellent defensively. Jan Ekra just gives you a little more passing ability in the middle of the park. That's why Coach Collins has brought him in to try and get balls over the top and to spray balls wide in this midfield area.
Jan Ekra, that's what he does, Ryan. Makes the correct decisions, keeps the ball as well. Former Charlotte Independence contributor, going to be counted on here for the Rowdies.
A lot of experience as well in Jan Ekra.
And here he is, Ekra, first touch for Tampa Bay. Oh, nice move that time. Fernandez going to dial one up just outside the box. Steinberger was also in the neighborhood. Well, who's up, who's down? Where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USL Championship Power Rankings, only on USLChampionship.com.
Well, Leo Fernandez showing him the Brazilian dance on that left-hand side. Good idea with the ball, low and hard, but good defending as well by Loudoun FC.
Diakite directing this Rowdies attack from the back.
High pressure by Steinberger. I think the Rowdies will force the pace here in this second half. Try to make a mistake at the back. Try and get some possession in the final third through a mistake and try to capitalize that way.
Now it's Ekra, once again, making a difference. You see the adjustment having an effect on this match. Barry tries to cross, the header set up, and there's Edwards once again, but the Rowdies clicking at the moment.
Great ball movement by the Rowdies. Started with Jan Ekra, ended up on the right-hand side, and Zach Steinberger at the last post. But Mr. Edwards had it covered. Just hearing the Rowdies mob getting right back into rhythm.
So one thing about this Rowdies side, last year you knew Georgi Ristov was going to be a target. You knew Joe Cole was going to control the pace of play night in and night out. This team is very unpredictable. You don't really know where it's coming from. Rowdies again going to work. Trying to center it this time. And it looks like
it was infraction.
Like a foul was called that time on Guenzati.
Just showing the interchange again by the Rowdies. Quick passing on the ground in that final third. Guenzati just getting on the wrong end of that collision. And seems to be a free kick for Loudoun FC. Pape Diakite taking evasive action.
So first 5 minutes of this second half, Rowdies right now dominating. Loudoun trying to strike quickly. Oh, able to get the shot. Sails wide though as McCarthy was in place.
Well, the aggressive Kyle Murphy making some inroads in this Rowdies defense, flashing that ball across the face of the net. But no Loudoun FC attackers in the area.
Ball skips ahead now to Hopino. Sean Berry will come up to toss it in.
Dominic Pines just played in the university just last season, but playing like a defender well beyond his years at the back for Loudoun FC. On contract with DC United.
I mentioned the Rowdies star power of the pass. Coach Collins made that point to me earlier this week, said opposing teams are saying, when we play the Rowdies, we feel like we're playing a complete team this year. Hopino does not agree with the offside.
Well, the philosophy was set almost at the midterm of last season when Coach Collins came in. It took a while, new players coming in, new blood, as they would say. And the message has been sent, and this team is operating as a unit. And they are 18 strong, as they would say.
Oh, collision there. No harm done, though. Things getting really physical. Morad muscling for position, and it's won by Griffin Yao. The 16-year-old will take the shot, and it sails just left. Well, Rowdies put on guard again that time.
Well, Griffin Yao showing that he can disrupt things as well. Stealing that ball from Andrew Tenari. And just whips in that first post. Looks like McCarthy had it covered, but it just showed the danger of Griffin Yao in this last third.
Rowdies can't clear it. Diakite got to be careful. The speed of Yao certainly a factor. Nice little 1-2 there. Diakite will get to it quickly. Loudoun United showing those young legs. You talk about a side with absolutely nothing to lose tonight.
Playing with a full deck of cards, and they have some wheels on them, as you can see there.
Nice little turn there again inside the 18. McCarthy will knock it down. Rowdies able to win the long ball, and it's Sebastian Guenzati. Goes down, and the Rowdies will get a call. Have a set piece about 40 yards out.
Sebastian Guenzati doing what he needs to do. Il Capitan getting on the ball, running at the defense, drawing a foul. There he is again, using that footwork, the Uruguayan. And it was a tackle by Hawkins, the English centre-back. Now this distance seems to be just a little bit out of range. It's going to take a tremendous strike to beat Edwards from this distance. But looks like Leo Fernandez, the lefty, and the righty Zach Steinberger are standing over it, discussing who's going to take a crack.
Call it about 30 and change. And looks like, see the wall right there with Vermouth in the middle. Harry Hawkins next to him, and number 9 is Kyle Murphy, who's been active tonight.
Only 3 in the wall. just shows the distance of the shot.
Steinberger gives it a ride, and Edwards able to shift to his right and clean it up with no harm done.
Steinberger, that dead ball specialist. Good pressure by the Rowdies. Second half, Coach Collins trying to disrupt things, pressuring high.
Steinberger again, but he is so fit, isn't he? It seems like he gets better as matches go along. And another corner kick here for Tampa Bay, and I'll make this point too, Ryan. If you're Loudoun, a very young side, the Rowdies also banking on the visitors to make a mistake and making them pay.
Yeah, young center-backs in Hawkins and Pines trying to get up in front of them, trying for them to make a mistake, get an easy goal, a cheap goal, as they would say. As the Brazilian prepares for another dead ball.
Lots of pressure put on the visitors. Here in the start of the second half, Leo Fernandez now the in-swinger. Fernandez, line drive, bicycle kick set up. Just could not make full contact. Griffin Yao, long ball, and they have got some numbers. Donovan Pines touches to Kyle Murphy on the right side. Rowdies frantically trying to get back, and Tampa Bay able to clear it. Couple nice passes. Guenzati with the goalie coming out.
The goal is wide open.
Rowdies with a wide open goal. And the crowd is just on the edge of their seat here at Al Lang.
Well, two consecutive counterattacks started off in Loudoun FC. This time Guenzati trying to close in. Edwards bravely uses his feet. And Zach Steinberger with a wide open goal, but so far out, trying to bend it in. Still had a lot to do. Ball goes out for a goal kick. What an exciting exchange by these two teams.
Very entertaining match, even though we've seen no scoring just as of yet. Loudoun now will possess. Polano sending it back. Donovan Pines touching as well. Rowdies again, you can see just kind of lurking, hoping for that mistake.
High pressure, high intensity, but so far good composure by Loudoun.
And a whistle as Morad comes over. Fans follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and much more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. '57th minute. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly down on the pitch. Great to have you with us. Fans also watching up in Leesburg, Virginia, that Loudoun County area. Just breaking ground on a new stadium that is set to open on August 9th for Loudoun United. I know, Ryan, they're excited about that.
Professional soccer opening up everywhere in this country. So exciting for U.S. soccer as a whole. Loudoun FC, just the newest franchise / club to open their doors to the public. Loudoun, of course, the affiliates of DC United, as we see players like Eddie Edwards in goal, Donovan Pines in the back, and the brand new contract to Griffin Yao this week from DC United. But they apply their trade here in Loudoun FC.
Now it's Diakite slowly up the pitch for Tampa Bay. Rowdies being very patient here in the 58th minute. What a flurry we had, though, just moments ago. It's now Edwards will handle it for the visitor. Here's Griffin Yao, DC United Academy player. Community has just fallen in love with him. Codono goes down. And we'll have a foul right there. Let's check in on the pitch with Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew, as you know, there's some March Madness action going on tonight. Purdue tipping off against the Virginia Cavaliers any minute now, and we've got some Virginia connections on the field tonight. Sean Barry played for the Cavaliers in 2008 and 2009, making 45 appearances for them. And then on the Loudoun United side, reserve goalkeeper Callie Brown played for the Cavaliers, and head coach Richie Williams not only played for them, but was also an assistant coach. So those guys might be hoping that there's not too much stoppage time in this game tonight so that they can get back to the locker room and turn on the TV and watch some hoops and support their team, guys.
Also, Heather, I'm sure they're proud Cavaliers this year, but last year, March Madness not so kind to Virginia, the first #1 seed to ever go down to a #16 seed.
I'm pretty sure Richie Williams had a discussion in that dressing room at second half, saying, wrap this up, boys.
Oh, yeah. '60th minute. Earl Edwards was brought in to sort of just calm things down for Loudoun United. He has done his job so far. Still lots of soccer to be played, though, here at Al Lang.
Saving the ball at Guenzati's feet, then plucking balls out of the air on crosses, on corners. Made some key saves in that first half. Edwards has staked his claim so far between the sticks. If you're the Rowdies, though, it's back to business. Jan Ekra doing a good job keeping flow, keeping possession, and making the right decisions. Rowdies have to make more attacking runs, just like what Caleb Richards is doing.
Another yellow card going to be assessed here. A Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued here once again in the 61st minute.
Drew, we talk about team efforts. That's a run by a left center back. Look at Caleb Richards playing down in the back, covering every blade of grass, just making a run for Leo Fernandez to get open. Wins a free kick. It is a team effort out there.
So the Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued to Colin Vermuth here in the 61st minute. Rowdies will put it down now and have another set piece. What goal off a set piece would be phenomenal for Tampa Bay here in this situation.
I'm sure Sean Barry is somewhere in that territory.
Rowdy substitution in the 61st minute. Now leaving the game, number 29, Antoine Obano. Now entering the game, number 17,
Juan Tejada comes into the game for Tampa Bay, replacing Antoine Obano. So second substitution for the Rowdies. Ekra will try and keep the ball. Rowdies trying to manufacture a shot here. Guenzati sharing with Barry.
Rowdies committed to keeping the ball on the ground, refused to kick the ball into the trees on the dead ball. As you can see there, well covered by Loudoun again. Played it short and trying to break this team down on the grass.
Fancy footwork by Morad, now Ekra. Ekra doing his job since being inserted to start half number 2. Diakite up to Tenari. Tenari tries to get a pass through. Guenzati, now a little hesitation. Right side, Barry with a blast over everybody. Just needed to take a little off that one.
Sean Barry had the freedom of Al Lang Stadium on this right-hand side. Just had too much time to think about it. Overhit the cross, but again, lovely interchange by the Rowdies, opening up room for Sean Barry. Just the final pass deserted him at the end. Great control by Hawkins. Good pressure by Tenari.
Hawkins being harassed. Tenari trying to win it. There, the large frame wins out. Peebo Dow can't clear it. Tampa Bay moving forward. Ekra. Another final third play there. Tejada, you see, just not quite in place.
Just looking at how Loudoun FC is handling this high pressure. The Rowdies are totally committed, and Loudoun doing a pretty good job getting out of danger.
Andrew Tenari, Sean Berry.
Look at the size difference between Juan Tejada and Donovan Pines. It is a sight to see. Pines 6'5" and Tejada 5'7" when wearing heels. It is something to behold.
Keep in mind, this may be an expansion side, but we have several players on loan from DC United. At times, it does not feel like an expansion team.
Oh, the talent is abundant on this Loudoun FC team. Coach Williams is trying to put it all together. Great defensive play by Griffin Yao.
Substitution set to happen for Loudoun United is Jacques-Jean Baptiste, who will enter, and Noah Pilato will exit. So Noah Pilato, the former Penn State Nittany Lion, his night is through, and Jean-Baptiste, the Honduran, will come in the match as Richie Williams gives Pilato a pat on the back. Different look here for Loudoun.
CONCACAF representation everywhere. The Honduran gets in.
Rowdies trying to keep the pitch nice and spread. Crowd hungry for a goal. Rowdies have come very close on a few occasions so far tonight.
Rowdies showing some patience, just looking for Gwenzati and Steinberger to peel off their markers and get a hold of the ball. Loudoun FC very disciplined on defense.
Now it's Berry. I think 19 has got to be the guy to make it happen.
Here's the thing, when the ball goes out to that wing, it's easy to get closed down and corralled into that area. It has to go in and out very quickly for the Rowdies. Can't get cornered. Steinberger on the ball just now, needs to get on the ball more often. As to Seba Gwenzati.
Loudoun chasing for most of the second half. Tampa Bay still looking for that elusive goal. Ball looked like possibly a foul that time. As Tenari goes down once again.
Loudoun FC staying disciplined and shielding the Rowdies wide. Rowdies have to find a way to come back through the middle.
A little space now for Morad. Looked like he thought about taking a rip. Instead, goes for Ekra. Just waiting for the right opportunity.
Just paying attention at Gwenzati. Pulls away.
Look how active the Loudoun defense is right now. Tejada try to squirt through. Keeps the ball, sends it out now for Fernandez. Leo Fernandez able to get a strike. Edwards there to knock it down.
Tejada and Leo Fernandez doing their dance on the left-hand side. Fernandez just couldn't get the pass across the goal. But the unpredictability is what it's going to take to break teams down. And Tejada and Fernandez have to show that skill. Just to wrong foot the opposition.
Now Steinberger. Zach Steinberger, how about that little 1-2?
Still going.
The Rowdies certainly entertaining tonight. Fernandez now keeping it wide. Here comes the service on the ground, and again Edwards there to come out of there with it.
Great build up by the Rowdies. Ball ends up going wide to Andrew Tanari, using his left foot this time. Keeping the ball low and hard, not putting it into the trees. But Edwards has been consistent all night long.
Tarek Morad now. Rowdies have a foot on the gas pedal for sure. Steinberger gonna let this one get away here. Was hoping Guenzati would come over to it, but that ball not placed the best.
Looks like number 22, Hawkins.
There's some tired players right now too on this pitch. They have been playing at a furious pace here tonight.
And defending for long periods of time is tiring. You're constantly reacting to the ball and to other players.
I mean, it has been fast, it has been physical from the start as well. Several tackles that just sort of make you cringe.
Yeah, we see both teams committed to the tackle in the middle of the field. Leo Fernandez on the wrong end of that one. Pape Diakite. Hawkins himself going to the ground. And it looks like a cramp on the English centre-back.
Harry Hawkins, former Penn FC. Getting some assistance here. Just the way that this match has been played, you would think that perhaps Neil Collins maybe think about Leon Taylor here, because it has been so physical, and he is a guy who plays with such reckless abandon inside the box.
Well, as players begin to tire, Rowdies attacking flair may tire as well. So getting early balls into the box may be a way to relieve that. Less energy spent as Taylor is on his feet. As Coach Collins may look to play his last trump card to try and get all 3 points tonight. Bit of sportsmanship by the Rowdies.
Fernandez heads it back, and now numbers for Loudoun. Loudoun will cross it over. Yao is there, and frantically, you saw Sean Barry, who was on his horse to get back.
Not the first time tonight. A flick on onto Akeem Ward, and the cross just a little too high, too much float. And Griffin Yao just trying to get on the end of it. Sean Barry covering yet again.
See the 16-year-old Griffin Yao. He's been impressive tonight. Boy, he gets lost in those scrums there inside the six, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Poor service for Loudoun FC. When you have the trees like Donovan Pines and Hawkins up in the 18-yard area, you want to get that service close to that 6-yard box. And the Rowdies getting a little bit of relief.
Another player down momentarily for Loudoun United. Harry Hawkins. Yao puts it up in the air, controlled now by Ekra. Loudoun a little sloppy in their possession here over the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, Antonio Bustamante was on the field last time out for them in Memphis. Did a great job of controlling the play in the midfield. But it seemed like they miss him tonight.
Deflected back to Codono, and that's the thing with teams with guys that are put together rather quickly. Expansion sides also trying to get those goals quickly rather than the slow possession. As the match rolls on, possession, those long possessions get tougher and tougher, don't they?
Yes, tiredness, fatigue is a factor in soccer. You have to perform your skill under fatigue. And when the 75th, 76th minute starts to roll around, performing that skill becomes a factor.
Temporary silence here at Al Lang.
So much of the game is attrition and performing while fatigued.
Tejada in the neighborhood's gonna have a chance now. Juan Tejada, crowd loving the effort. Trying to stay aside from that end line. It will be a goal kick for Earl Edwards. Well, get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Tampa Bay Rowdies and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Nicely done. Steinberger, middle of the park. And now it's Guinzotti, the team captain for the Rowdies. Trying to get a service in. Fernandez trying to get airborne. It'll be a corner kick for Tampa Bay.
That play all started in the center circle. Lovely interchange between Tenari and then Steinberger, finding Guinzotti out wide. And El Capitan with a soft chip inside the box, trying to create a chance at the last post.
Ecker will send it back. Here's Morad now going forward, just over the head of Steinberger.
Quick possession numbers, Drew. Rowdies had a 56% possession in the first half, and now it's moved to a whopping 66% possession in the second half. It shows Coach Collins' discussion at halftime. Try to dominate the ball in the center circle, get on the ball in the final third, pressure them into mistakes, but trying to convert that possession into chances seems to be the issue.
Just under 15 minutes left in regulation time. So time slowly starting to become a factor. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and then our great television crew with you. Helter Skelter second half. So many chances for the Rowdies side. Tejada trying to explore one of those pockets of space. Goes down, will play on. Fernandez staying upright. Leo Fernandez deflected off of Pines and a corner.
Well, more trickery by Juan Tejada. Gets a free kick and quickly taken by Tampa Bay Rowdies. Leo Fernandez, good service from the left-hand side. And the Rowdies earn themselves a corner. But that sort of unpredictability is just what the doctor ordered for the Rowdies from Tejada.
Steinberger now inside the box. Ball is loose. Tejada gets a foot on it. Temporarily cleared. Rowdies will have one more corner. Tejada asking for Rouse Mob to pitch in.
The spark plug is alive. Juan Tejada.
Rowdies have needed better quality on those corners here tonight. They had it right there. Now it's Tenari. He'll lay into one and it sails over the goal.
Just going back to Juan Tejada, Drew, making things happen in the last third. Exactly what Coach Collins needed, and he's providing that. All the Rowdies players, all that fatigue that they had, hearing that crowd get on their feet brings energy. The last 15 minutes here is going to be telltale for this Rowdies team.
There you see Leon Taylor set to check in for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. It is his style of match that we're seeing. As Taylor will come in, and Zach Steinberger will have a seat. And Zach had a good night, but Taylor so good in the final 15 minutes of a match, making things happen. Rowdies hope he can do it again. Meanwhile, Orlando Sinclair comes in for the visitors.
Taylor, just one of those guys that make things happen in the box. And the versatile Seba Gwenzati steps in behind the two forwards to try to create something here.
Rowdies trying to get it with Taylor. Taylor very pesky, fended off by Pines. Now it's Tejada. Sean Berry holding things up. Morad, expect full attack mode for Tampa Bay here in this final 12 minutes.
Sinclair, just another imposing figure, the number 6.
Orlando Sinclair, long run. Diakite coming over to help out, able to fend him off, and McCarthy will now place it for a goal kick.
So no shortage of height on this Loudoun FC team. Just showing the Rowdies staying to their commitment of keeping the ball on the grass. Diakite showing that vocal leadership, trying to spur his team on. Looks to be a bump in the back.
Celebrating a great season for your youth soccer team, gathering a group of friends, or hosting a birthday party, we have you covered. Receive discounted group pricing and enjoy an amazing view of the game from our Suite 4 VIP corner kick party area. Email tickets at rowdiesoccer.com.
Pivo Dow
Visit a sales representative
with Cadono.
Service behind section 107 to learn how you can bring your group to Outland.
Now it's Pivo Dow again. Been a little bit quiet tonight for Loudoun United. Former North Carolina FC star, also played his college soccer at West Virginia. Leon Taylor, a touch for Tampa Bay. Taylor can be electric. Now Jean-Baptiste. Oh, numbers for Loudoun United. Rowdy's going to be in a tough spot here. Ball shot on, and McCarthy scrambling.
Good pressure by Loudoun FC, disrupting the play. Ball ends up with Sinclair. And he rips it first post. McCarthy having it covered, allowed it to go out for the goal kick. Smart keeping, but excellent sequence by Loudoun FC.
That is what having a veteran in net does for you. Smart decision to lay off that ball that time, not allowing any chance at a rebound. The crowd just loves anytime Tejada gets close to the ball. He is such a fan favorite. Gonzati looking for Tejada, and a collision there. And it looks like we're going to have the 3rd yellow card of the night. This one is going to be on Alexon Saravia. That's a Yeoman's Pub yellow card issued here in the 82nd minute.
Well, the referee is on the spot. Seconds before that, Saravia was tracking Seba Gwenzati and then laid into him as soon as he released the pass.
This Yeoman's Pub yellow card has been issued to Loudoun United number 13, Alexon Saravia, in the 82nd minute.
Now it's Morad. Lots of space. Finally coming over is Cadono. Tenori. Give Loudoun United credit. Defense has played exceptionally well here tonight, making it difficult on the home team. Leo Fernandez with the strike. Oh, Tejada just needed another step, and that would have been a header.
Leo Fernandez, the Brazilian, shaking free on that left-hand side. Just doing his dance and whipping across the face of the goal. Here it is again, right across the 6-yard area. When the defenders are facing their own net, it is awkward to defend. Juan Tejada just couldn't get on the end of it. And here comes that high press by the Rowdies.
Taylor tries to sneak a pass in. This is Tenori. Berry. Tejada. Back to Berry. Ball still alive in the box. Ekra now going to come up. Rowdy's still with it. And finally, going to get called offside.
A little bit of magic on that left-hand side with Tanari and Barry. Whips across, Tejada trying to get on the end of it. And Loudoun FC survive.
Orlando Sinclair trying to inject life into the visitors.
Now, interesting little moment of this game. 83 minutes in.
84 now.
84. Loudoun FC have never won a game for this young club franchise. Now have a corner kick. Donovan Pine steps into the 18-yard box.
You see the youngster, Griffin Yao, going to head out. Substitution made here, Andrew Loudoun, former Pittsburgh Riverhound, and Wake Forest star will come in to replace him. What a night for Griffin Yao. Went toe-to-toe with some of the Rowdies' top guns. And certainly held his own. Codono now, corner kick. Rowdies do not let it get inside the box. Cleared nicely. Look at Tejada, hustle towards it.
We talk about Juan Tejada's offense in the final third, but his defensive pressure is always going to be a factor, putting defenders in awkward positions, minute in and minute out.
Final 5 minutes of regulation here. Likely not going to have a lot of stoppage time. We had a few players go down with cramps earlier on, but interesting to see how much we have to work with.
Do you think the referee's a UVA fan as well, Drew?
We may find out. Andrew Tenari now with Sean Barry. Barry keeps it on the ground, and another Rowdies corner kick.
Real quickly.
Tenari. Quickly double teamed, able to keep it alive. Andrew Tenari. Straight out, Ekra with the blast. Straight into the stands and over the crossbar.
What a bit of footwork by Andrew Tenari. He dances the line, plays the ball across the 6-yard box, and Jan Ekra gets a hold of it just a little high, but it shows what Tenari can do. Excellent play on the ball, quick and nimble feet. Exactly what Coach Collins was asking for. He's been that all night.
See Coach Collins on that far side just kind of wince after that foul was called. He knows that tonight is a great opportunity for 3 points. Now, if the Rowdies are to come away with just one, it's not a total disappointment. Again, this Loudoun United team, I think, much better than people think, even though they are an expansion side. Several players straight from that DC United roster. Especially with this team with their first 6 games on the road. They want to make sure with a new stadium coming in their first year, they don't sap the energy, the life out of this team. They want to give them some hope.
Yeah, Coach Richie Williams definitely has this bunch disciplined. They're all getting behind the ball. They're all committed. So total credit to the coach and this group of players. Being on the road, week in, week out, having to play against tough opposition. Got a tough point against Memphis. They're hanging in here with the Rowdies with only 3 or 4 minutes to go.
How many chances will the Rowdies have? They've had several here in the second half. Leon Taylor, a factor on that far side. Leo Fernandez has played well tonight. Taylor to Tejada. Tejada can cause some trouble. Oh, just needed Andrew Tenari to just break towards the goal, and that's a clean shot. Oh, Ryan.
Yeah, more trickery again from Tejada. Tenari just didn't read it.
Here's some pace. Rowdies attacking again, and they'll have a corner as Guenzati was the target.
The ever-dangerous Caleb Richards just waiting for his time to overlap. Just sprinting free. Ball comes across the face of the goal, and Hawkins there again to head it out.
Another ball served up.
Sean Barry, now coming back from international break with Puerto Rico, seems to be pulling up with a cramp. He has logged a lot of minutes and a lot of miles over the last week or two.
Yeah, Barry walking very gingerly right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Here with 1 minute to go in regulation. Scoreless at Al Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies and Loudoun United. Leon Taylor, he has been all over the park. It doesn't matter. There are no boundaries where number 23 can go.
He has come in to find space, find channels, and he's doing that.
Ekra being held up. And finally a whistle on Codono. And clearly some tactics to try and stall things by Loudoun United. Rowdies trying to pick up the pace here. Got to figure Loudoun would be happy to leave here with a point. Not the case with Tampa Bay. Going to get 4 minutes of extra time. That's good news for the Rowdies.
4 minutes is an eternity, Drew, in soccer. More than enough time to create chances, and also for Loudoun FC as well.
Oh, decent ball this time. Peebo Dow far wide on that left flank. Services one in. More danger for the Rowdies. Tenari able to get it back. Flying through, though, is Sadavia. Sadavia, top of the 18. Again, the Rowdies make you hold your breath. Guenzati. And now Richards knocking it down. Caleb Richards. Going down, we play on. Crowd certainly figured it was a foul.
Well, the counter-attack was on. And it's still on, this time for Loudoun FC.
Well, how about the opportunities on both sides? Lots of space to work with here with 3 minutes left to play. Ball set up. Loudoun tried to elevate. And Barry now goes down.
Excellent play by the number 10, Cardano, on that right-hand side. Good defending by the Rowdies. But this Loudoun FC team showing their talent and their ability to find space. Here's Barry now. And it was Peabo Dow picking up the foul. Sean Barry is going to sleep very well tonight.
He had such an emotional few weeks. International duty for his native Puerto Rico. Back in green and gold tonight. Tejada trying to get to it once more. Donovan Pines will send it out.
Well, when Leon Taylor went up to flick that ball, looks like Akeem Ward went up with him and landed awkwardly on that right knee, but Pape Diakite is not buying it.
And once again, if you are Loudoun United, leaving here with a point would be considered a victory.
Players taking the opportunity to get some water. They've covered a lot of miles tonight. 93 minutes. We're in the 93rd minute, about to reach 93.
So Ward will come off slowly. Another DC United product on loan. 14th pick in the 2019 draft. Bright future for number 25. Rowdies try and set this one high. Barry is there! Just wide. Leon Taylor at the doorstep cannot put it on target.
What an exquisite ball by Andrew Tenari. He's answered the bell tonight. Sean Barry coming around the weak side. And so quick for Leon Taylor, just couldn't react. Great piece of football by the Rowdies. And Coach Collins, those are the type of chances he's been talking about. Need to find the back of the net.
And likely the final chance for the Rowdies, unless they can advance it very quickly here. Scramble for the ball. Taylor going to be thinking about that chance, certainly throughout the next week. Rowdies owning possession and chances as well.
Great defending by Donovan Pines. He's getting his head to it, taking the sting out of the play. Loudoun FC can retreat.
See how much they're going to let it run here, Ryan. This could be it.
I think the referee will take into consideration the Akeem Ward injury.
And that's going to do it. A scoreless draw here for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Loudoun United will leave with a point. The Rowdies will have to settle for one here in their fourth contest of the season. Let's send it down to the pitch and Heather Donnelly.
Coach, your team was so dangerous in this one, especially there in the second half, but you just couldn't get on the board. What do you take away from tonight's match?
A lot of frustration. Look, these lads are working so hard. There's no problem with their effort. We just need to improve the quality. I said at the very start that we're a new team. It's quite clear that we need a bit more chemistry, especially in the attacking third. But we'll get that. We've got the pieces. We just need to put them together.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
All right, Heather, obviously a disappointed Neil Collins. 0-0 your final score, and we'll wrap this one up from downtown St. Pete in a moment.
Hey, this is Rick Stroud, sports writer for the Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dream while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
Upcoming slate for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They'll welcome Hartford next week, and then another home match with Louisville City, at Atlanta United, hosting Charlotte, and at Indy 11 after that. 4 games in the books for the Rowdies, and a 2-0-2 record after tonight's scoreless draw with Loudoun United. For Ryan Davis and Heather Donnelly, as well as our entire television crew here at Alling Stadium, I'm Drew Felios. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a terrific rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.